Well, welcome to Enduring Journey to Bliss. My name is Deanne, and my channel, we look at plants, orchids, Hoyas, philodendrons, all types of house plants, as well as, on occasion, my aquarium. I have a shrimp aquarium, and I have two fish aquariums. So sometimes I do a video on that. I occasionally will do videos on cooking. I'm not a chef. I just do simple, basic cooking when I do that. But today, I wanted to take a look at this Hoya. This is an unusual Hoya, and I added it to my collection in September of 2025. Or excuse me, I'm so sorry. That's when I repotted it. I added it to my collection in May of 2025. I repotted it in September of 2025. So it is a very different Hoya, but I think it's quite interesting. So I will get its little name tag out. So it is a Hoya Retusa grass leaf. I hope I said that Retusa correctly, but it's a Hoya Retusa grass leaf. And I like how it is so different than most Hoyas. I have quite a few Hoyas in my collection, and a lot of the Hoyas, they have kind of the heart shape or the round or sometimes the oval shaped typical leaf structure. And this one, and I also have a linearis, a Hoya linearis, they are much different in their leaf structure. So this one is quite interesting. I have it growing in pond. I repotted it, like I said, in September. So I've had it since May. I have it in what is called a self-watering pot. That way I can monitor the water level in the pot's reservoir. Hopefully that's coming through. You can see there's a water line kind of showing up right there. Yeah, you can kind of see how the water's moving. So I don't have to water this plant right now. It has sufficient water down in its little reservoir. I'll go ahead and I'll lift it up out of this catch container so you can see what it's growing in and how it's growing. So here is its roots that have escaped and that are growing down into the catch. The catch. Hold on a second. Just a minute. Let me move this just a little bit so it's better. There we go. So you can see the roots down here. These are when you have a self-watering container like this, you have this little twine, or I'm not sure what the right word is for that, but it goes up into the plant, and then the loose parts hang down into the water within the pot, and that pulls moisture up to the plant itself. Anyway, so if we look inside here, we can actually see roots all along growing in here, as well as growing out of the bottom. So that's one of the reasons I really like these clear pots. I really enjoy growing with the clear pots because I can visually see what's happening with my roots, if not just my orchids, but like this is a Hoya. So I like that ability. She's a really nice plant. I will probably eventually put her into a hanging because of her long dangling leaf and stem structure that she has. She's a very nice looking plant. I really enjoy having her in my collection. I'm hoping that one day I will get blooms on her. I do have other Hoyas that have given me blooms. And actually, I think I just found a mealybug. Can you see this little area right here? I'm going to spray that because I believe that is some mealybugs starting to take over. And so that's what I was mentioning in another video that I did. I am not going to hide things like that. To me, that is really what happens. And so I think it's important to share that. So I have my isopropyl alcohol, and it's in my little spray bottle here. But I'm going to come back to that little area. It's right there. See if I can get that to focus for you guys without messing up anything here. And I'm going to give a spritz to that area to kill those mealybugs. And it's pretty instantaneous, especially for mealybugs, if you spray like that. I think there's some right here too. Hopefully you can see right there. Gosh darn it. Focus on the plant, not on my fingers. Well, it doesn't want to focus, but trust me, I see mealybugs and I'm going to spray. I will give that a spritz. That little area. Yeah. So I give it a spritz. Let the isopropyl alcohol do its job. And then I will take this little plant into the sink area, and I will give it a rinse. I don't like to just leave the isopropyl alcohol on it for long duration, and it kills the mealybugs quite timely. I'm just kind of inspecting as I talk to you. If I see anybody else, I'm going to be spraying. Got to sit her down because I do see somebody else, and you probably won't be able to see it, but there's some right down where my finger is pointing. So I'll give it a spritz. And so, yeah, I'm not going to hide things like that. I will share that with all of you because if you grow plants, eventually, typically, at some point, you will have mealybugs and or spider mites or possibly aphids that get into your home. They can come in through the window. They can come in on a new plant that you add to your collection. You just have to be diligent. And whenever you're working with your plants and looking at your plants, you need to take proactive measures or remedial measures if it's already an infestation starting, like I'm doing here. I'm just kind of looking at each little stem and the leaves to see if I see anybody. And I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. Yeah, right there. I'll try to get it in the center of the... There's some white right at that joint, that leaf joint right there. So I'm going to spray that area. Let me set it down so I don't lose the area, and I can pick up my isopropyl alcohol. Give that a spritz. There we go. And as soon as I spritz it, I'll lift it back up. It goes from that nice white to, you can't even see it. When you kill them in this method, they kind of turn a gray color, which you can't really see. Okay, so I think I may have got the ones that are visible. There could be eggs. There could be some that are hiding and I just didn't see them. But yeah, you need to, anytime you see any little bug, you need to do what you can to get rid of it. You know, if you choose to just pick them off with your hand, that's fine. You can use a Q-tip soaked in some kind of a product that you can purchase at a Home Depot or at a Lowe's or at an Ace Hardware, probably even at your Walmart, Dollar Tree. These are all stores in the United States. I'm sure there are the same type, whether you're in Spain or you're in the United Kingdom, wherever you happen to reside. I just like the alcohol, the isopropyl alcohol, because it's quick, it's efficient, not toxic. If I breathe the alcohol, it's not going to cause the same damage let's say if I was spraying like, a true bug, but how they market it, a bug repellent or bug killer, that's going to have different and harsher chemicals than this isopropyl alcohol. So it's looking pretty good now. I see a little leaf that I want to remove. It has for whatever reason, here's another one right here. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. I'll just remove that. It's no longer viable. It's brown. No need for it to stay on the plant. So just kind of my maintenance, just kind of my checking my plants. Today is January the 17th, so it's a Saturday. And so Saturdays and Sundays, I like to, catch up because I work Monday through Friday like a lot of you. And so on the weekend, I try to do a little bit more with my plants, inspect them a little closer, and that type of thing. So today I was doing some watering and checking, plants, and I wanted just to kind of share. I am going to try to do a playlist for all my different plants that I have, and I will put updates. So hopefully, maybe, might be a year from now, but hopefully this little guy will go from this size, and maybe he'll be hanging down to here the next time you see it. But yeah, I would like to have you join me on my journey of my plant care. And if you have any tips, tricks, things that you like to do with your Hoya that help them grow happy and healthy, please share. I am not, the end-all, know-all. And if you don't grow yours in pond, you grow them in soil or whatever other type of growing medium that you choose, that's fine. Don't change. Just because I grow in pond does not mean that you have to. The whole thing about having houseplants, having my shrimp aquariums and my fish aquariums, having my native garden out in the yard, it's the journey. It's the enjoyment that it brings to me. It's watching them change and grow. And I hope that's why you are visiting my channel, to just kind of share the journey with me. But I think this is a very interesting and different looking kind of Hoya. So far I've enjoyed it. I haven't had it. Just got it in May, so what is that, like 8 months? I've had it about 8 months almost. But when I got her, she was not below this pot. Well, not when I got her because I repotted her. But when I put her in this pot, she was actually only about here. And so all this down here has been since I've repotted her. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the time with me today. Thanks for stopping by and visiting. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And please feel free to stop by and visit again. Take care.